Michael Mbewe, Channel Africa News, Johannesburg.
Now, Zambian authorities closed the country's top courts today, citing blocking access to the premises on the last day that the opposition could file a challenge to this month's disputed election. A memorandum from the chief administrator of the judiciary said that for security reasons, all members of staff had been advised not to report for duty today. Arthur Davis Skopo, our Zambia correspondent, has the story.
According to a notice addressed to all judiciary workers circulating online, members of staff were advised not to report for work Monday, 24th August 2026, due to security concerns not explained, and that in due course, guidance will be given once the security situation is contained. A physical check in Lusaka at the court complex that houses the Constitutional, the Supreme, the Court of Appeal, and the High Courts found gates locked with a police ribbon written, "Crime scene, do not cross." And local media in different parts of the country report that all courts were sealed off by police, with no entry and no one was working. Coincidentally, 24th August 2026 is the last day for filing in of the petition in the just past election that has seen a number of disputed results across the country. Stakeholders are expressing concern about this closure, with many linking the matter to politics, suggesting that the closure is to bar losing candidates, especially the leading opposition leader Brian Mundubile and his party, the NRPUP, from filing in petition challenging the election results in the just ended election, which saw Hakainde Hichilema being declared winner, beating Mundubile. An effort to get Mundubile to confirm if he had already filed in his petition, or indeed was supposed to do it on Monday, proved futile by broadcast time. For the civil society in Zambia, the court closure that has not been clearly stated poses a threat to undermining the country's democratic tenets. Maurice Nyambi is Transparency International Zambia leader.
The decision to effectively close the courts today on a very vaguely and ambiguously stated ground of security concerns constitutes an unacceptable obstruction of justice and has the potential to undermine the integrity of Zambia's democratic institutions in general and the judiciary in particular. We therefore call for the immediate reopening of the courts, subject of course to the necessary security arrangements.
The Law Association of Zambia, LAZ, is concerned by the closure, noting that the action has immediate implications for access to justice. The body of legal minds in the country, through its president, Arnold Kaluba, adds that it has instituted engagements with the country's Chief Justice and the Attorney General, a consortium of civil society organizations, CSOs in Zambia, that includes Advocates for Democratic Governance Foundation, Action Aid Zambia, LCK Freedom Foundation, Caritas Zambia, Chapter 1 Foundation, NGOCC, Zambia Free Press Initiative, issued a statement condemning the closure of the court and call for immediate and unconditional resume of operation of all courts. Through its lead, Linda Kasonde of LCK Freedom Foundation, the CSO consortium says at no point in Zambia's history has the judiciary, an independent arm of the state, under Article 91 of the Constitution, been shut down entirely.
The timing is impossible to ignore, whether by design or otherwise. The effect of this closure is to deprive Zambians of their constitutional right to have that challenge heard and to place the legitimacy of the entire electoral process beyond judicial scrutiny. Access to justice is not a privilege to be switched on and off at the convenience of the executive.
For the Non-Governmental Gender Coordinating Council, NGOCC, this is an unprecedented situation in the country. Board Chairperson Beauty Katebe speaks.
NGOCC further notes with sadness that this closure fits an unhealthy pattern of aggression witnessed prior to the elections, particularly directed at those opposed to the ruling government. That this pattern persists post-election erodes public trust and threatens to turn what should be a season of national healing into one that further jeopardizes the unity Zambia has long cherished.
Reporting for Channel Africa in Lusaka, Zambia, I'm Arthur Davis, Skopo.
Now, South Sudanese President Salva Kiir is in South Africa for high-level talks with President Cyril Ramaphosa, with the country's fragile peace process and planned December elections high on the agenda. It's a visit that comes as South Sudan faces renewed political tensions and questions over the implementation of the 2018 revitalized peace agreement. South Africa, which chairs the African Union's C5 mechanism, which is an ad hoc high-level committee for South Sudan, has a key role in supporting the country's political transition. For a look at what President Kiir is hoping to achieve in Pretoria, we're joined on the line by President